Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asad Yaqub and I am from Lahore, Pakistan, and a great hello to you all from Lahore to all over the world. A great hello to Pakistanis all over the world, Indians all over the world, Sikh all over the world. My good friends are there, and great Sat Sri Akal to all of you. And then I've got students in Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Africa. A great hello to Africa from Asad Yaqub. I like Botswana very much because of the zebras and the people who are living in USA elsewhere. Now, I'm going to start with an interview of my student Natasha Kundu. You might have seen her speaking test, and Natasha is the one who achieved many 8 bands in IELTS. She got 8.5 in speaking, 8.5 in listening, 8 band in reading, 8 band in writing. So I'm going to ask her, how did she come about writing? So let's call Natasha. Hello, Natasha.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Yes. I'm good. How about you?
Fantastic, very well. Natasha, now you are going to have more fans than Asad Yaqub. Exactly, I'm sure about it. Okay, you will have many fans and you're going to just, it's going to be all amazing because your previous videos are really super hit and many people have watched you now. So I think now you can have your own IELTS center in USA as well, huh?
Oh no, people will come outside my house. I just live like 10 minutes away from IELTS center already.
Okay. So you can give them the last minute tips before going to IELTS test center, huh?
Yeah, probably. And I think some people have found me on LinkedIn.
Okay.
And they've seen my profile because you've told my name.
Okay.
Natasha Kundu.
Right.
So on LinkedIn they looked me up like, who am I? Because people are saying like,
Okay.
I have a lot of money and time.
Okay.
I did it with a full-time job.
Okay.
And like working out.
No. You're quite busy.
I did like midnight when your morning and my.
I know, I remember many times when we were having
12:30.
classes and you were a bit sleepy as well and you were tired of whole day. I remember that all. Okay, Natasha, so let's talk about writing module today. Real struggle, I would say. First time you attempted IELTS writing, you got 6.5. Second time you got 7 bands. Third time you got 8 bands. From 7 to 8. What sort of difference? Now, if you take a look at your writing when you got 6.5 and when you got 7 and when you got 8, what sort of difference do you find? And let me tell you, Natasha, now people are really worried because they think British Council, IDP, AEO, Cambridge University, deliberately they are not giving good bands in writing, they are giving low bands in writing. But you achieved 8 bands in writing as well. How come? What did you do?
So I practiced different tests. So I wrote actually the essays and I would have it like checked it with you and you would correct me like, the and the I had to be very careful. And the main thing is we always have to leave like 10-15 minutes for ensuring everything is right. The other thing is like whichever the topic was easy, I would pick that. If part 2 was easy and I had the surety that I can finish it in like certain amount of time, like 15 minutes or so, then I took that and I started with that because then I would have been done with the second part and then focus more on the harder part later. Where I can give more time and energy and effort.
All right. Okay, so if we talk about writing task 2, essay writing, that's the main thing. Yes, please.
The main thing is also they look for is the connecting words. So the connecting words like moreover would always be in any paragraph, and also the strategy which you had explained that if it's a particular type of essay then it needs to have an argument to what it's supporting. So that I had kept in mind as well.
Okay, so if just ask you one question, how did you improve your general writing, your English writing, your written English? What did you do to improve that?
I read a lot of essays. written in different in the academic books and the general books. So when I read it, I took the keywords and ideas of how the sentence structures are transitioning, and I leveraged those in my test when I write it
Okay,
in the exam.
so when you got 8 bands in writing, how different your writing was from those when you got 6 and 6.5 and 7? How different your writing was? And before your result, were you sure that you would get 8 bands this time? How did this come about?
So the difference was there was a lot of grammatical errors, like they were silly mistakes, and the points gets easily deducted where the verbs and the nouns are missed, because sometimes we write so fast and we miss on the words. So the 6.5, I had grammatical errors, the transitioning and the sentence structures were not correct as per the IELTS format. But when I got an 7.5 or 8, my sentence structure was quite clear and coherent, as well as the punctuations and the conjunction within the sentences were well arranged. So when I got an 8, when I got 7 in writing, the last in which I got 8,777, I just thank the God. I'm like, if I can pass this test, God can only make me pass, because if I would have got below 7, it wouldn't have met the purpose.
So Natasha, I would like to ask you another question. When you received your IELTS result with 6 bands in writing, did you blame British Council, Cambridge University, AU or anybody? Or, I mean, you knew that you would get 6 bands this time?
I couldn't believe it that I got a 6. Actually, I couldn't believe it. No, the thing is that it's like different people check, right? So it's like if a computer tests it, then I can rely on it. But if like people are checking it, different people are checking at different time, then I doubt the person's ability to give me like 6.
So it means it depends on the examiner, writing examiner, who is marking your paper. Because you know, Natasha, just 2 months before, on 7th April, you are getting 8 bands in IELTS writing, and 2 months later, in June, 2nd June 2018, you are getting 6 band in writing, 2 band reduced. So, I mean, this is really surprising and shocking to see.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I gave that test in Canada, the one in the June. It was in Canada. If you see, it's a Canada IELTS center. So I don't know, like we speak English quite fluently, but I don't know like how folks in Canada, like Canadian teachers would, at that over there in Montreal, it's a French population, so the main language is French. And they are testing an English language, and I couldn't believe it that I did so poorly. I felt judged, and I didn't feel it was fair for my writing exam.
So what sort of advice do you give to my students who want to get at least 7 bands in writing? What do you think? How can they pursue 7 bands in writing?
The main thing is practice different types of the letters. Also, like yours faithfully, sincerely, and to the counselor. If there's something counselor, many people, if they don't write dear counselor and they write dear sir, then the marks get cut, gets deducted for small things. And I wrote counselor in one of my tests. And, you had told me to not miss that. And the second thing is to read also the essays of how it is written in other books. They'll get a very good idea and a rough estimate on how ideally it should be written, and just make a list of the keywords like however, moreover, and the synonyms that they can use. It will be handy to them at the time of the exam.
That's fantastic. So you got a variety of score, I would say, like ranging from 6.5 ranging from 6 to 8 band score, and you got all the mid bands as well, from 6 to 6.5, then 7, then 8. So what motivated you for writing? Because at times you think you are perfect in writing and then still you're not getting your required band. What motivated you to improve your writing and to try again?
The fact that it's like a seesaw, like you'll have to balance it. When it goes down, you still have to balance it. So I had no option and no choice. As you know, if writing is good, I still have to do writing in the next module. It's just that I didn't want to give up on getting 8 overall in IELTS, and I just wanted to be a better person and grow and evolve and learn in a best possible way. So that just kept me going. Uh, the thing of not giving it up. So that's probably kept me going on writing. And also I wanted to prove it that it's possible to get like 7.5, 8 also in writing if we use the correct structures, grammaticals, and also the conjunctions, the coherence part in the essays. It's definitely possible to get even 9, I think.
Okay, so Natasha, there is a common belief that Cambridge University is not giving good bands in IELTS. They are never giving 8,777, and in writing they are always giving low band. Do you agree with this?
I think it depends on the examiner, because I know some people have given more times than me IELTS, and then they got tired of it and they gave PTE, that is for Australia, and they experienced the same thing, that they're writing, so they trust the computer, because the PTE is a Pearson test in English language, so the computer tested. So I feel like if because the people who are testing it, there are different people testing, and they also have different level of English. So yeah, it would vary, and there's a chances of fluctuation in your writing score depending on which examiner is testing, is checking, and how's their skill set. All of that does depends, because some
Okay.
teachers have done like literature in English.
Right, right. So Natasha, one final piece of advice for my students who are having problem in writing and who are not getting their required bands. What do you think? What should they do?
First thing, they should write it and actually have a third person or you check it. So if someone brings up their mistakes, they'll keep it in mind, in their conscious mind during the exam, and they will tend not to repeat it. Second, they should read newspapers, because the way it's structured in newspapers, the first you just give the high level and then you go into the details. So that structure needs to be followed. So reading articles, newspapers really helps. And the main thing is always read it many
Okay.
times, at least like twice after
Okay.
they've written it.
All
And clear
right.
handwriting. That's very
Mm-hmm.
important.
Okay.
Clear handwriting.
Okay, that's fantastic. So thank you very much indeed, Natasha. I'm so glad that you shared the first-hand experience and you gave the first-hand knowledge to my students, and definitely your tips are going to work. Now, before that Asad Yaqub used to give tips, but now Natasha Kundu is giving tips. So this is so good. Yeah, I really like that.
The main tip is that the students need to believe that they can do it and they can achieve it, and they need to believe that they have it. They have to trick their subconscious mind and make it believe that they already have it right now. They
Oh.
already have 8 out of 9.
Great, great. So thank you very much indeed, Natasha. You gave us your time from your sleeping time. What time is it there now?
It's 12:46 a.m.
12:46 yeah, a.m. And Natasha is actually recording her interview for IELTS students. So I appreciate your dedication, your selfless dedication for those who don't even know you, but still you are wasting your night sleep for them. Thank you very much indeed for that, Natasha.
You're welcome. I'm glad I can add value.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, Natasha, take care. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Bye, bye. So if you like this video, hit on the like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel. I have another channel, that is Asad Yaqub Vlogs. If you want to join that channel, you can subscribe to that channel as well. I also teach IELTS online. If you want to join my online IELTS classes, you can contact me for that as well. Today I'm recording Natasha's interview. Tomorrow it could be you. Achieve good bands in IELTS and believe me, then I will record your interview. I will talk to you live and you will come on my channel. You will share your tips as well. So if you get great bands in IELTS, definitely you inform me about it and then I will record your interview as well. Asad Yaqub and Natasha Kundu wish you all the best. Take care. Allah Hafiz.